as possible. I personally think the situation is most unfair to the Clippers players and coaches who have to deal with this distraction in the middle of their own highly competitive playoff series. And in fact, I spoke to Doc Rivers and Chris Paul earlier today to share those sentiments with them. Let me just add that all members of the NBA family should be afforded due process and a fair opportunity to present their side of any controversy, which is why I'm not yet prepared to discuss any potential sanctions against Donald Sterling. We will, however, move extraordinarily quickly in our investigation. In the meantime, Mr. Sterling has agreed that he will not attend his playoff game tomorrow in Golden State. There are broad powers in place under the NBA's constitution and bylaws that include a range of sanctions, and all of those will be considered depending on the findings of our investigation.
Your sports biggest star, LeBron James, said earlier today that there's no place in the NBA for Donald Sterling.
What I've said is that Donald Sterling should be afforded due process just as any player in this league or any executive in this league would be. So it would be, unwise of me and proper, frankly, to express a view as to what the ultimate outcome of this investigation would take us to. While I understand anger that would be naturally expressed after hearing a tape like this, I also believe that ultimately the players and the rest of the NBA family has confidence that we'll deal with it appropriately.
Before the Clippers-Warriors series started, there was already a war of words between Klay Thompson and Blake Griffin. Those comments were towards each other as basketball players. They paled in comparison to the reported remarks of Sterling. Those were about people, not players. And now both coaches, Doc Rivers and Mark Jackson, have the task of making it about the game again.
It's disturbing. Listen, it's disturbing to hear from anyone. It doesn't matter if he works with us or works for us. It doesn't matter. It's a disturbing comment. But we have to be about it right now. It's about humans. So we're not going to get to what race we are because we represent each other.
Ready?
This is our team. And that's the way we're going to keep it. And no one was happy about it. JJ Redick as Chris Paul. And that's the way it should be. Having said that, our goal is to win the title. And we're not going to let anything stand in the way of that. That's adversity that we didn't want, but we have it. We have to deal with it. We're going to play, and we're going to play hard. Our answer right now has to be Golden State, and we got to get that focus on this. Why should we let someone's confidence stop what we're trying to do? We're trying to do something too here, and we don't want that to be in the way of what we want to do.
Disappointed in the comments made. Unfortunate. I think there's no place in society for those feelings. And it's just sad. So that's my statement. Just unfortunate and disappointed. I don't think there's any place in society for statements like that. We've come a long way.
Clipper star and president of the Players Association, Chris Paul, released a statement on behalf of the National Basketball Players Association. This is a very serious issue, which we will address aggressively. We've asked Mayor Kevin Johnson to expand his responsibilities with the NBPA to determine our response and our next steps. As players, we owe it to our teams and our fans to keep our focus on our game, the playoffs, at a time. More on this later, including what one of Sterling's former players had to say about his owner's past.
Down 12 to start the fourth, down 4 with 4:45 to play. Mike Miller had missed all 4 of his threes before that one.
Ready, guys?
One. Next trip down the floor. Durant, the block on Tony Allen, but Allen stays with it. First lead since early in the second quarter. Allen's been so good on defense. Saturday night, it was all about Reggie Jackson. Westbrook and Durant, 11 for 45 combined shooting. Jackson, the straw that stirs the drink. Thunder down to 2. How about 4 from Reggie? In the lane and scores. He was shooting 15% in the series before Saturday. 12 seconds to go. Marc Gasol, no. Westbrook rebound, takes it away, and no foul call. Jackson comes up with the rebound over the clock. Got 5 seconds left, but heaves it anyways. Still, gotta give Reggie back a lot of love. Third straight overtime game in the series. Just over 3 to go in OT. Thunder down. Jackson had a career-high 32 points, 11 to 16 shooting. 3 seconds to play. Grizzlies trying to tie. This ain't a movie, dog. Westbrook and Durant combined for just 30 points, but Reggie Jackson leads the way to victory, 92 to 89. He was averaging 13 points in the regular season, subbed in a bunch while Westbrook was hurt. Incredible play by him as Durant shot a season-low 23%. Series now tied 2 apiece. What's up?
What got you on track tonight? Everybody's tracking in on Russ on KD. They did a good job just attacking. Attacking me up the wing. I was just trying to attack the basket. My bigs did a great job screening. All glory to God. Healthy body. I'm so thankful, so blessed. We happy to come out with a win. You had a look in your face late in the game, like you weren't giving up that ball until you were putting up that shot. What changed in your mindset?
Just trusting myself, trusting all the work I put in the summer. Like I said, just glory to God. My teammates trusted me. They just allowed me to go out there and play free. Have fun with it. And we're just very fortunate, very blessed to get this win.
Well, how about the drama here? Thunder and Grizzlies have gone overtime for 3 straight games in this series. Game 2, tipping at the buzzer by Kendrick Perkins to hold off the Thunder in overtime, 111-105. Then in Game 3, Russell Westbrook, a 4-point play late in the 4th to help force overtime, but Mike Conley Jr. dropped 5 of his 20 in OT as the Grizzlies won by 3. Saturday night, Game 4, Grizzlies outscored the Thunder by 11 in the 4th to force overtime. The Conley 3 won't go, and the Thunder hold on to win 92-89. We are all square.
Thunder Grizzlies, great game, but I've got a great one between the Mavs and Spurs. Mavericks 1-10 in the last 11 games against the Spurs. The playoffs. San Antonio, a season high 24 turnovers in Game 2. Tim Duncan, Tony Parker had it. Parker, Duncan, 20 points combined, 10 of 14 in the first quarter. Spurs led by 7 after the first. In the second, Dirk, vintage. Mavs down 3, Nowitzki 18 points under 4 minutes left. Mavs down 4. Monte Ellis, bucket foul. Mavs led by 5 at the half. Mavericks end the half on a 19-7 run. Fourth quarter, it gets good. Ellis, baseline jumper, bucket foul, ties it at 102. Little over 30 seconds left. Tied up at 4. Manning tries Boris D out in the corner. Long 2-pointer. Spurs now up 2. Ensuing Dallas possession. Ellis. Big down the stretch. Big acquisition in the offseason. 29 points. Ties it at 106. Under 10 left. Still tied at 106. Ginobili. He answers. Spurs now lead by 2. 1.7 seconds left. Mavericks down 2. It gets good. Call it, Chuck Cooperstein.
Here we go. He looks, he can't get it to Ellis. Got it to Carter in the corner.
Call right there. Carter's first career go-ahead field goal in the final minute of a playoff game. Mark Cuban in his tight T-shirt. Love it. Mavericks have won 2 straight against the Spurs after losing the previous 10. They lead the series 2-1 and a series 2-1 for the first time since the 2011 Western Conference Finals. Dirk Nowitzki fewer than 20 points in 3 straight playoff games for the first time since 2001.
So I think having that mentality helps me. Maybe not everyone else, but I can go out there and just take the shot with confidence, and sometimes you're going to miss them, and I can live with it. Vince really deserves it, He's been so good for us, and he's been about so many of the right things that, you always hope a guy like this can have a moment like this in a big playoff game. So, really happy for him, and, we stay.
All right, so the Mavs survived. Vince Carter shot just over 40% from the floor this season, the worst shooting season of his career. But he has shot well from one specific area on the floor. 47% from the left corner. Wouldn't you know it? That's where he hit the game winner on Saturday.
We're just getting started. Still to come on SportsCenter. What LeBron has done more than anyone else since entering the league, and how the Pacers were able to restore order in their series against the Hawks. Plus a raucous scene in Richmond as NASCAR goes under the lights. punches thrown after the race. We'll tell you who was involved. And speaking of fights, many consider pound for pound the best in the world. John Bones Jones putting his light heavyweight world title on the line. Yeah.
Set.
Welcome to No Man's Land. It's a place you've been before, but it's not on any map. So go out there, lose yourself. We're all born wild. Let's keep it that way. The 2014 Ford Toyota. Let's go places.
Check it out. Got direct TV. We can put TVs anywhere without losing all those wires.
Man, I have cable. Why is it so ugly?
Well, I mean, some wires are
Wires are what, honey?
really great. Really great.
Hello?
Not weird at all. Who said that?
Nobody said no. No, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Who said weird? I said weird? I said weird.
You don't need to see cable wires and boxes in every room. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
Nobody ever stomped their foot and asked for us. Because what we all really want is more. There's a reason it's called all you can eat buffet. And not a half just a little buffet. That's the idea behind the More Everything plan. It's more of everything you want. For less. Because come on, no one is get more of our best plans on the president.
I ran out of gas. Let's go. Like shit too, man.